Hello and welcome back. It's Gavin here, GPTV. Today I'm just going to mess around with the underneath of the bonnet on my CRV. I might even change the cam cover, as in like paint the cam cover for a black cam cover. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. So this is the engine bay of my new CRV. This is a K20A4. I might just take it off, take the valve cover off and spray it black, like wrinkle black maybe. I'm going to remove this now. I'm going to remove this little bracket here, and I'm going to remove the airbox. I've taken off the breather pipe, I've taken off all of these nuts, I've removed my dipstick, and I've removed all my coils and my coil pack. So this should just come up now. Probably have to prise it up with a screwdriver. Start to come. You can see it's all, the paint is coming off of it here. It's full of dirt and soot. It doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad, but I need to clean it all out anyway. So here is the inside of the rocker cover. These are your cams, obviously. You know these are your cams. This is the intake cam and this is the exhaust cam. And my timing is off. So this is the timing chain, and these two have to be lined up correctly. If they're not lined up correctly, if the chain has stretched or slipped in any way, well then the timing is going to be off just slightly, and that will make your sensors go off as well. So your sensors will read wrong, and then the car thinks that there's a problem with the sensors, but it's not. It's actually the timing chain here. That's why I'm taking this cover off now. I'm going to clean up this cover and paint it all, and then put it back into the car. To send it into a mechanic as well. I don't have the tools for it, so I'm going to just send it into a mechanic to get it done, and he's going to do all that. You can see how difficult this would be to get in here. For me, very hard. So another thing I would do is just put a plastic bag over it, something like that, just to cover it from more dust getting in than you need to get in. And just put the beautifying cover back there for a minute. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah. Now, right, so here is my engine cover now. I'm going to clean this up, get all these marks off it. I might even get a new one of these as well. Again, I might get new ones of these, but for now I'm just going to sand them and paint them with this. I'm also going to clean this up, degrease it all and sand it, so as you can see there's a lot of dirt and oil around it. I'm going to use this to clean off any of the engine grease and stuff. I'm just going to spray it all over this basically. Now even just with this clean, okay, there is still a bit of like the paint is peeling off here and so on, you can see it here, but even with this clean it still looks better than it did. Some people use paint strippers and things like that, but I don't really like paint stripper that much because it's just very messy and it's very toxic and I don't like it. So I usually just sand them, with wire brushes. So I'll just use a couple of wire brushes to get in as deep as I can. They work better for me. Right, so it's a couple of days later now, because the rain did come and it didn't stop for a day or so. So I did get it done, but like I said, I don't really like using the paint stripper, because the paint stripper, you'd have to do it once or twice, maybe 3 times to get all the paint off. You still have to sand it anyway, and then also it's very messy and it's very toxic. So I'd much rather just do it with wire brushes and sandpaper, but it takes a while to do it that way. It takes a couple of hours. So we'll get in here with the sandpaper, and little places where I couldn't get in around here, I couldn't get in. So just to give it a little scratch, just a little key surface on it, so that the paint will stick to it. Okay, so I have it sanded as much as I can do it now. I'm going to use some brake cleaner. I could probably just use this brake cleaner on its own. You can use an isopropyl alcohol liquid, but I just have wipes here, got off a friend, just to get grease or oil or off the valve cover, any dust and so on. Obviously from sanding you're going to have a lot of shards of sanded paint, so make sure you definitely clean all inside here. Okay, so I have it all cleaned up now, and I'm after running out of brake cleaner. So I'm after running out of brake cleaner, and it's starting to rain again. Okay, the rain has kind of stopped. It's a little bit there, but I'm just gonna get what I can done while the rain has sort of eased off a little bit, because I just don't have any room in the garage to do it, or in the shed to do it, because I just don't have any room. Because I just don't have any room in the shed to do any of this, so I have to do it in between rain showers, in beside entrance. So I have it all dried up here now, but it's still raining, so I'm just going to keep going as long as I can. I'm going to tape up all of these holes here now, and the breather hole, and then get it ready for paint. I literally am doing this between little rain showers. I think it's just slightly hazy here again, so I've done all the masking here. Just cover up all the holes and stuff like that, and just get it all ready to go. And this is the paint I will be using. It's the Wrinkle Plus. Now you can get very high temperature paint, but it's not Wrinkle Plus. This gives you that wrinkle look that a Type R would have, like in red or black or whatever. There's nothing I can do. I'm gonna have to do this again tomorrow. It's still just drizzly, just little small drizzles. The sun keeps coming out and it drizzles again. But I looked at the weather forecast, and tomorrow looks like it's going to be a little bit better, but I can't do this until tomorrow. So continue tomorrow. Guess what? It's sunny! Yay! Yesterday I had it all masked off, and today I'm ready to start painting. I'm going to do 3 coats, and then at the end of the 3rd coat, 3 heavy coats, and then at the end of the 3rd coat, then I will use a heat gun to bring up that wrinkle. But it could take a couple of hours before you'll see the wrinkle. But I'm just going to start it now while the sun is out, before this rain comes again. But yeah, let's do it. So I have this here, and you just put it onto the top of a can, and it makes it easier to get a grip on it, to spray it, you know. So look for one of these. This only cost me like €5 or something, very cheap. But it's just easier than doing this, you know. You just, it's like a real gun. But anyway, I also have this here, which I'm going to cover everything, so that the outside dirt, dust, bugs, whatever, wind, so that everything will be kept clean and tidy under here. I also did sand all these down. I sanded all these down and cleaned them all up, and I'm just going to hit them with this wrinkle as well. And the reason I'm going to hit them with the wrinkle as well, I just want them to sort of blend in with the cover. I'm probably going to change them in the future, so, but for now they'll be fine. I'm just going to put them, just wrinkle everything. Also, my Honda sign, I'm going to leave that black. If you want to reveal your Honda sign after your 3rd coat, when the paint is still wet, just get a little Stanley blade and just take off that top edge, or you can wait till it's dry and sand it with some sandpaper, just a flat block and sandpaper, and then that will reveal this again. I'm just going to leave it black. I want the black. I want the whole car to be black, so I'm going to leave that black. Right, this is the 1st coat I just have on here now. As you see, I've covered everything as much as I could possibly cover it, but here, right there, there's a problem. Now I don't know what that is. I may have missed something when I was cleaning it off or something, I don't know, but hopefully my 2nd coat will go over that a lot better. I'm gonna cover it up now for 5 minutes and go again then. Okay, after 5 minutes, that mark is still there. Hopefully it's dried up a little bit. I'm just gonna go over that again, hopefully cover it up. If I can't cover it up, I don't know what to do. I'll leave it. I'm not a painter, by the way. I don't know much about painting. I'm just doing this in my back garden. Please like the video. Okay, I've just laid the 2nd coat now, but if you have a look at it, you can just about see that dent. So it's covering it up. I've been doing this off camera at the same time. It's just a coil pack cover. I didn't use any primer. I cleaned it down with isopropyl alcohol wipes, and then I start spraying it. I've done 3 layers, and then I used the heat gun, and look at it. don't know about you, but I think this looks awesome. This looks incredible. Now, there are a couple of little mistakes. I made a mistake right here because I put too much paint up here trying to cover that piece, which I did, but then the paint ran down. I can kind of pull that off a bit and respray over it, because it does say in the can that you can respray any parts that you need to. I'm just going to use the side of a sanding block, just ever so slightly, just rub it, try and smoothen it out again. See the way it's still wet underneath? Just take off that top layer. Take off that top layer if I can. Get off, come on, get off, get off. Yep, there we go. I'm going to respray this part here and then dry it off. You can see, even because I put too much emphasis on drying it here, it's more wrinkly here than it is here. See? Okay, so I have covered the whole thing again in paint, especially around this area, and I'm going to hit it with the heat gun now again. If I was just to do this area, you'd get more streaks, so I've done the whole thing again, and now I'm going to hit it with the heat gun again. Okay, here it is finished now. All I've done is I've tried to clean up this area a little bit, and you can see it's just not great. I sprayed way too much into this corner here, and then I tried to dry it. As I was using the heat gun, it just started to roll down here, and it just made it worse. But that's not bad for where I am to deal with rain and so on. What I'm going to do now is take the whole lot, put it all into the shed, and let it dry for 24 hours, and yeah, you'll see the finished result. So it's finished, and I think it looks unreal. It really does. Now it's still a little bit wet, I have to be careful with it, but I think it looks unreal. There are a few. This is my first time ever painting one of these. I've painted a cam cover before, but I'm not good. I'm not a painter. I tried. I'm not that good, but this is fairly good for my first time. There are a few little flaws in it. I will show you the flaws now in a second, but I think that looks amazing. And the flaws you will barely see because they are because they're going to be covered really, so you won't really see them. But especially if you see the car that it's going into as well. I obviously have more plans with the car, but right now this is a great job. I might even do it again in the future because I know how to do it now. I might do it a better job in the future, but right now I'm happy with this. This is amazing. But I'll show you the little flaws now. By the way, I also painted the oil cap so it blends in with everything. Okay, so I'll show you the little blemishes anyway. So this one's one here where there was a little spot and I had to keep putting paint here just to sort of cover it over, and then it started to run, and you can see it a little bit. It's not very noticeable in person, but as I said, on the camera it's very noticeable. Then the same along here, there's like a run here, and it's again very unnoticeable in, you know, in person, but on the camera you can see it. All of these are just shadows here. You can see these are just shadows. Such, see, like I said, the CRV is not the prettiest car in the world, and I'm not talking about other people's CRVs, I'm talking about my CRV. There's loads of work to do to it, so eventually in the future I'll probably do this again, I don't know. So please leave a like on the video, share the video with somebody that you know is going to be changing the colour of their cam cover. Comment on the video, tell me if you think I've done a terrible job or what I've done wrong, I don't, whatever it is. And then also subscribe please. So I'll give you a couple of tips on what I found was a problem with doing it. If you're using your heat gun, make sure you don't concentrate it on one spot too long, because you will get problems like that. Leave it 24 to 48 hours. It's been 24 hours now and it's still not dry, so leave it much longer if you can. Buy 2 cans, don't just get one. One can will do it, but 2 cans, because if you do make a mistake, you can go over it again. You can just sort of clean that part off and start again. Wear a mask, because even though I was outside, I was still, when I blew my nose, I have hay fever, and when I was blowing my nose, there was just this black spray was coming out, and even though I was outside, there was overspray on my phone, there's overspray on my watch, it was on my arms, it was everywhere. Cover yourself up, wear a mask. And this is after installing. Look at the difference. Just look at the difference. Does not look so good in there. Okay, I still need to clean up a couple of things around here. Might even change my manifold, but it just looks so much better. Just blends in better. And even the oil cap turned out perfectly. The little nuts, they all turned out perfectly too. Yes, I will probably change the dipstick, but I think it looks very good. It's very nice. Nice. So that's it. Thanks for watching the video. As I said, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks. Bye bye.